Hawaii. So we invest in and mentor startups, mostly in the technology space. So we do that in batches. We call it a cohort of companies, usually 8 to 10 companies at a time. And normally, again, we're here on site in Hawaii for the 12 weeks. Right now, because of COVID, we are conducting the whole program online. The company was started by myself and Hank Rogers and Maya Rogers. Hank and Maya Rogers are the owners of the Tetris company. So the Tetris company, being the video game company that you've heard of and been aware of since the 1980s, is actually headquartered here in Hawaii. And the owners felt like, well, if we can headquarter our technology business here, many other people could do the same, especially in Hawaii, because for Tetris in particular, their two biggest markets are Japan and the US. So being halfway between the two made a lot of sense from a business perspective as well, where they could talk to both Japan and the US in the same business day and be able to travel back and forth between the two pretty easily. So that was another reason we started Blue Startups here, is with this idea of Hawaii being the place where East meets West for business, hopefully, not just for tourism. I like to say that in Hawaii, we're more apt to solve real problems, whether they be business problems or planetary problems or societal problems. I think not to disparage the Bay Area, but a lot of those companies are solving problems for the Bay Area, right? They are solving problems for what I would consider the 1%. Right. So, hot cookie delivery, service, that sort of thing. Like, does the world really need that? I don't know. So I hope that, Hawaii is more apt to solving real problems. That's what we hope to see. We've seen a lot in interest, back and forth with Japanese venture capital and startups. I think a really, an interesting kind of sector there again would be the travel space, as we do see a lot of startups in Japan that are focused on that. And Hawaii represents a great opportunity for market entry for a lot of those products. Similarly, in renewable energy, Japan also is very focused there, and so are we. So I think, we're a great first market in the US for a Japanese company that wants to explore the US market with their product in these specific sectors. I think it makes sense.